As we age, our skin starts to lose some of the characteristics of youthful skin. You know, the plumpness, the firmness, the smoothness. And all we want to do is get a little bit of that back. But there are tons of at-home devices, things that you can do to try to help in that category. So today I'm going to do a review after a 60-day trial using the Myolift Mini Microcurrent device. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited today because we are looking at something that I've been playing around with now for months. It was sort of an experiment using a microcurrent device. Now, if you don't know anything about microcurrent, it's essentially a low voltage electricity that is used to strengthen our muscles, to activate our muscles. It's also there to increase ATP, which is the energy that's in our cells. So it's sort of like the difference between sitting on a couch watching TV and going for a walk. It's sort of stimulating the movement and the activity in our cells. And it's also for building collagen. And if you're at my age, you're probably sick of hearing about it, but collagen is something that we lose dramatically over time. It's what really gives us plump and youthful skin. When you hit the age of 20, collagen production starts to go down at 1% per year. So by the time you get to my age, you're screwed. It's basically gone. So I am constantly using all sorts of methods and products in order to help rebuild the collagen in my own skin. I take supplements, I use different devices, things like radio frequency and LED, all this sort of stuff. But today we're here to talk specifically about microcurrent. Now it's sort of like gym for your face. So when we start to get a little flabby, maybe we go back to the gym and we work out and we try to strengthen our muscles. And this is sort of doing the same thing. It's trying to stimulate the muscles so that it gets stronger and it gets firmer. And that of course is going to have a great impact on our skin. Now, it's also sort of hailed as the Botox alternative, and it really is for people who may not be interested in going into that sort of space of invasive procedures, which is me. I'm chicken shit. I have no interest at this stage. Of course, you never know what's going to happen in the future. I don't want needles. I'll do just about anything else that I can to my skin, particularly things that I can do at home that don't involve anything like that. So I first started dabbling in microcurrent probably about 2 or 3 years ago. I picked up the NuFace device, the NuFace Mini, when I was back in the States. I think I got it at Ulta. And it was great because it was small, it was portable, it was super easy to use, and it didn't take a lot of figuring out. I thought this was great, this was going to do the job. I probably did it for 6 or 8 months, but it's one of these things that you got to commit to it and you have to do it regularly. So this was, 3 days a week. You're having to do 20 or 30 minutes a day. And it's one of those things that you do see the results pretty much immediately. You start to see lifting, you see sculpting, and you kind of go, wow, this is fantastic. But if you don't keep it up, it's gone. So it's very temporary. So it's one of those things that if you're going to use it, you need to stick with it. And my lifestyle just wasn't going to happen. I can't commit to that much, really. I want to look, youthful and all that good stuff, but I don't care that much, to be honest, to commit that kind of time. So we went into a drawer, and I hadn't used it in ages. And during the first lockdown, which was last March, and by the way, we are still in lockdown. It is now April. I started seeing some talk about the Myolift and the company that makes it called 7E Wellness. I saw some of it on YouTube, a little bit on, I think, Instagram, and I started doing a bit of research. And it was really, really interesting. So they're putting out these devices, mostly that are made for in-clinic use. So these are professionals that know what the hell they're doing. But they had one product that was launched for in-home use by the regular consumers like myself. So it was sold out, and I had to wait a couple of months, but I finally got one. And I had to ship that over from the States, which is kind of a pisser because you have to pay extortionate duties and taxes and all that kind of stuff. But I got it sent over anyway. And the things that I liked about it were this. First of all, it was the strongest thing, so it says, that you can get on the market for regular people like me. So it should be stronger than the NuFace, and it should deliver better results. The second thing that appealed to me is once you do your sort of initial program, whether it's 30 days or 60 days or whatever, of regular usage, after that you kind of go into a maintenance mode, and that means you're supposed to do it once a month just to make sure things don't start to sag. But by the first 60 days, you should have trained the muscles enough that they actually stay. So it's not this, you get a small lift and then it falls. It's the more you do it consistently, you're actually retraining your muscles and telling them what to do so that they stay. So I thought, great, if you have this initial period you have to commit to, fine. After that, once a month, I can do that. Okay, this is what it looks like. This is the device, and it comes with these prongs that you plug in. And I opened up the package and I was like, oh, this looks like serious stuff. A little intimidating because you think, what, this looks like something you would find in a clinic and you don't have the right to use. But one of the other things that I liked about this is it actually has 2 different modes with it. So these are the little prongs that you use on various parts of your face, and you have to use them together because basically the energy is going between the 2 points, and that's how it's working on your skin. But the first mode is erase, and what that's there to do is to get rid of the wrinkles. So the way that you use it is you would put it on your skin and literally pull the skin apart, and that's relaxing those muscles. That's going to relax the wrinkles. So you kind of do this a few times in various points. So that's the first mode. And then the second mode is educate. And that's where you are retraining the muscles to build them and to strengthen them. So you might do it here on the jawline. Let's see. And you kind of scoop up and you do a pinch and hold, and you hold it in place. So there are 2 different ways that you can use a device depending on what your needs are. I used both, but I thought that was fantastic. So it wasn't just a one size fits all. You can create your own sort of method and your own sort of protocol for what you want to do based on what you're trying to achieve. I thought that's fabulous. The other great thing about this device is the connectivity bar. Now, I don't know if you can see this. There's this blinking light down here, this bar, and this basically tells you whether or not it's working, whether the electricity is conducting, because you do need to use a conductivity gel with this, and that's just what allows the energy to work. And without that, it's not working and you're wasting your time. So unlike other microcurrent devices, this one will tell you whether or not it's working. So you're constantly kind of looking down, and if you have connectivity, fantastic. And the reason I like that so much is that, to be honest, I don't really like the gels that they are recommending that you use. They sell their own. They're super expensive, but they have what they call beneficial skincare ingredients, so it's good for your skin as you're pushing it in. Personally, I preferred to experiment with serums and other things like hyaluronic acid that I knew was going to do good stuff for my skin. And because it had a conductivity bar, I could see whether or not the serums were working. So that just opened up a whole new world of product for me to use with it. So far, this stuff is fantastic. So digging it. Okay, so what did I get for my money? Okay, so I bought my kit directly from 7E Wellness in the US. I'm not even sure you can buy it anywhere else, but I don't know, I wouldn't anyway. So I went to their website and I bought their kit. For $300 US, I got the device that comes with the prongs and the plug-in bits and all that. It also came with a tub of their recommended conductivity gel. And it came with 2 bonus pieces. One was a lip mask and one is the eye mask. And those are to be used sort of intermittently whenever you want. You plug them in, you kind of go about your business. They're quite sticky, they stick on your face. And they don't require the gel. So I got all those for $300, sent it over here, and off I went. Now, I started dabbling with it a little bit last year, just trying to figure out how it works, and didn't really commit to, let's do 60 days and see how this thing really works. So I only did that here in January. I think January 10th, I decided to do it for 60 days. So what the treatment time looks like. And for me, it wasn't as easy or as short as they were recommending. So on the website, they say, first-time users, it's great to do it once a week for 12 weeks. And then that should do the training for you. And then you go into maintenance mode, which is once a month. Now they said 5 minutes to 20 minutes per treatment. Bullshit. I did tons of research on YouTube because this is a complicated piece and I wanted to see how people were using it, particularly estheticians, because this is a device that they're using at home. And I also did an online training with 7E Wellness themselves, so you could do a Zoom call and kind of go through the whole process with them. So I did that too, because I kind of wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing. So by the time I figured out what I wanted to use this for, and I had to create my own sort of protocol, my own program, because for me, I wanted to get rid of the fine lines and wrinkles around the crow's feet. I wanted to work on the jowls and sort of the jawline and bringing that up. And I wanted to work on sculpting here in the cheekbones. So in order for me to achieve those tasks, I had to put together a certain number of steps. Now, they also suggest you maybe do each motion 3 times and you hold it for 3 seconds, but I wanted to do it maybe 10 times and hold it for 5 seconds. So my investment in time ended up being long. So I was about 40 minutes for each session. Okay. Now, if you take into consideration that I have to go up and wash my face and sort of do all that, and then I have to do this routine, and then after that, I have to do my skincare. What used to be, I'd say the family, I'm going up to wash my face, they knew I'd be gone about 20 minutes. Now it's more than an hour. It became a joke in the house. I got to go upstairs and do my face. And they're like, is it long face or short face? Because long face is the commitment and the time. So I decided to do it 3 days a week. So I was doing it Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. refused to do it on a Friday or Saturday because that's one time. I didn't want to give up an hour on a Friday or Saturday night. So those became my days. And I did those consistently for 60 days. And so excited to see the results. So it was only last night that Gary and I sat down and we looked at all the photos, because I took a photo every time I did it, or I tried to, at least 2 times a week. I would take a photo at the end just so I could track the results, so that I could look back and see, was this a success? And I was so excited. I didn't look at the photos at all. I didn't do any kind of comparisons literally until last night. And we sat down and we put them all up on a sheet, which we're going to look at in 2 seconds, just to sort of say, you know, what was the success on this, you know? Okay, well, now I'm going to show you. Okay, so here's the result. There are 12 photographs here. Okay, the very first one in the top left was taken on the very first day, and the bottom right was taken 8 weeks later. What do you think? Now, we spent a fair amount of time scrutinizing this, or certainly I did, because I knew that there were some certain things I was looking for, right? I was looking for the reduced crow's feet, I was looking for the jawline, and we spent quite a bit of time looking at that really big-ass computer screen trying to see, was there a difference? Well, what do you think? You know, I don't think there is. Looking at the jawline. Now, I tried my best to take the photographs as similarly as I could. I'm not professional. The settings weren't even the same, but I tried. You know, I probably was smiling more than in one shot than another, and I was trying to smile so that you could actually see the crow's feet. And I don't know, I think I expected to see more of a result. And I asked Gary, so what do you think? And he's like, no. But in fairness to him, he said, but you know, I don't think you needed it anyway. You know, maybe it doesn't work if you don't need it. Ah, bless. So, I don't know. Okay, I'm disappointed. I'm not going to lie. And it's not even the money. It's not even the time, because I would have contributed 24 hours of time in total when you add up all those hours, you know, all those days. The thing is, I know it works. I did so much research into this before I bought it. And I mean, this is in-clinic stuff where we know that it works. So it just got me thinking, did I do something wrong? So I got in touch with Wellness and asked them, you know, do you do one-on-one training, sort of even over Zoom, to make sure that I'm doing this correctly? Because how could I not see any results? They said, yes, we do. Of course we do. And he said, yes, we can charge, you know, a nominal fee to do that. Or, you know, if you're doing this already and you've done our training, you probably actually have it right. So let's just do a Zoom. There won't be any charge to you to see what we can do to help you. So I'm still going to do that. But I guess I haven't done it in a month, because I kind of burned out on that 3 days a week for 60 days. But it's not over yet. I refuse to give up. So I will get in touch with Wellness, and I'm going to start that communication and see if we can try to do it online Zoom. And I'm going to do a little bit more research into it. Maybe Gary's right. Maybe I just don't need it yet. I don't know. But I know the stuff works, and I'm not giving up. Sorry, I just had to burp there. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it. To wrap it up, that was my 60-day trial. It really didn't yield the results I was expecting, because I have seen so many success stories, and I've seen them. I've seen the results of the images myself. You know, the massive lifting in the eyebrows and all that kind of stuff, and I just didn't get it. Anyway, it's not over. I may do an update video, and I probably will, because I'm committed to seeing if I can make this work. Have you tried it? And I'd be really interested in hearing your own thoughts and your own stories. So if you've tried the Myolift Mini or any other microcurrent device and have had really good success, or maybe it's not been a great success, do me a favor and put the comments down below, because I'm very curious. Like, am I just getting it wrong? I don't know. Could be. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, and also hit that notification bell so that you know when new videos are uploaded, which are done every Friday. And also check me out over on Instagram, where I post a lot more regularly and do different content that you're going to find here on YouTube. So thanks again for joining, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Like I should have said, so I ordered it, and this is what it looks like. It's what I should have done. Maybe I need to do that.